everybody! How are you guys? Danny, does this guitar look familiar? Everybody. Hey Sonia, hey Joel, how are you, man? A lot of channel members here, a lot of patrons, a lot of friends. Thank you guys for hanging out on a Friday afternoon at 2:04 p.m. So check this out. This is the Right Lutheran number 36. And this one, cool pick guard, all kinds of stuff. I got some new buttons. I'm gonna put on our new bridge pins, but I've got it tuned down to D standard. At low D. How are you guys? Holy, I don't know if that's communicated through the microphone. There's a shotgun mic right here. I might actually move that a little closer. But anyway, Patty Paystub from Ottawa. Hey, I've been working on a Christmas show for 6 months, and I get to debut it tonight. I'm so excited. I wanted to share, dude. That's exciting. With a hummingbird and an HG28. Mr. Richard himself. Mr. Rich Allen, how are you, buddy? Rich is recovering from, I don't know if I can say this. You said it on your Instagram. Rich had surgery today, so he's coming out of recovery. So let's ask him all kinds of weird questions that could implicate him later, you know? That's what the world needs. More tension for stuff coming later, so. I just heard something bump against the studio door. I had a friend that wanted to stop by, but I told him I've got to think it too. Anyway, we'll see if somebody comes through the door. What's probably happened, I had another guitar show up this week. I had an what's the guy's name? Arcana? No, Arcana? Arcana? Arcana. Anyway, it's a hand-built guitar. It's a beautiful OM18. Yeah, so... little Christmas tune. Nope. That's Lord of the Rings too, which I watch at Christmas. Actually, I think that's here. Oh man. I don't know. Haven't played that in a long time. Let's see. Swami, Samsonite. Dude, what is that from? Oh, that's Tommy. No, Dumb and Dumber. Do you have an on the air Light Bear studio? Dude, I should. Actually, I've talked about that before. Do you ever I just get stuck on a riff, like for months at a time. That's my riff, the last little bit, has been that do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's pretty good. realized this lens, I like this shot for talking, but this lens will let you actually see me while I'm playing. Hello, it's just an open sensor. Don't tell any photography friends that I did that. You guys are photography friends, some of you. Yeah, look, okay, so that lens, we went from 35mm f1.8 to 16mm and f2.8. So, oh yeah, look at that. My only downside is that you can see the ground. You can see, hey, there's my lunch from yesterday. Yesterday I packed a lunch, and then I ended up going out to lunch with somebody, so I didn't eat my sandwich. Or my, look at that. Do you guys have Aldi? So this is like their, like that entire bottom of that thing is a barcode. That is my, my sunflower seeds, my sunflowers. It's like a go-to commercial interlude for a sitcom, yeah. Dad, I just got home from school. Dude, I miss sitcoms. Okay, here's a story. I'll tell you this story. So when I was in, I guess it was late elementary school. Yeah, probably 4th or 5th grade. I was taking piano lessons. My mom made me take piano. And, there we go. Oh, you can see that now. Well, we'll just get it just there. But yeah, so my mom took me to piano lessons, and isn't that funny? You like slowly see it creeping in, dropping into frame. Why did I mess with it? It was fine. But okay, my mom was dropping me off at piano lessons, and where we were going in piano lessons, it's like one of the old neighborhoods in town. And as we're going, there's two houses that are basically identical. They're identical. There's these two like craftsman style houses, and so my mom, I guess she pulled up in front of the wrong house, or me being like 9 years old, didn't pay attention. And so I was supposed to go into my piano teacher's house, but instead I'm like walking in, and I just opened the door. Like I didn't even check. I opened the door, and there's like a high school girl, like a cute high school girl on the couch, and she's watching Step by Step. And I like, and I like, nothing is right. The house is totally different. Like normally it would be like a living room over to the right and a piano to the left. But instead this was like a living room on the left and then like a dining room and a kitchen. And the only thing I could think to say was like, where'd you put your piano? And the high school girl was very kind, and she was like, oh, I think you're supposed to go next door. I think you're supposed to go to Miss Sylvan's house. And so anyway, I died of shame. And then I opened the door. My mom knew what had happened, and I could see her dying laughing, which wasn't helpful to the 10-year-old, 9-year-old version of myself. I felt embarrassed, super embarrassed. So now, whenever I think of those 90s sitcoms, that's one of my memories that I tie with it. Aaron Short's here. Hey, buddy. That's the other one I've been stuck on. There it is. Anyway, yeah, I have a pickup in this guitar. I wanted to put a pickup in it today, but this through saddle throws me for a loop. I don't have the right pickup, and I feel bad. Some guy sent me a pickup. I can't remember their name off the top of my head. Oh, I'll look it up later. I'll talk about that later. I won't tell you now. Hey, I was looking for this microphone for like 20 minutes before the show started today, because I was going to have a mic stand like this, but that felt obnoxious. I didn't like having it like this long line in the shot. Anyway, things that I worry about when I'm by myself. I did put a new tailpiece on my mandolin, and this thing sounds excellent. So So I just restrung it, so it's going to be pretty noisy. Ooh, I can do it this way. That's what I can do. I'm sorry, everybody. I just feel like the microphone is too far away. There we go. Perfect. So this is my KM700 from Kentucky. I put a new tailpiece on it today because I wanted something more substantial. And I wanted to get the pressure off of the top of the guitar. I wanted to put the pressure back on the rim because this guitar, I can see that it was like deflecting. There's so much pressure on the top of the instrument, and this tailpiece is just freaking cool. So anyway. Anyway, I play a lot of mandolin. I haven't done it as much on the channel recently, but anyway, how are you guys? Man, it's so fun seeing like Aaron. Yeah, somebody just said it. Patty said it. Like I love when Aaron Short pops up. It's surreal. It's like a guitar podcast multiverse. The multiverse does exist. Speaking of the multiverse, Rhett Shull texted me and invited me to a show. They're playing in Winchester tonight, so they're playing like an hour north of me. So I think there's a pretty good chance that I'll jump in the car after this and go and hang out with Rhett tonight. But also, my kids just finished reading the first Harry Potter, and we were going to watch the first Harry Potter movie tonight. So do I hang out with Rhett Shull, or do I eat pizza and watch Harry Potter with my kids? That feels... Sorry, Rhett. Anyway, we'll figure it out. But, okay. Oh, Rich, that's a good question. Rich says, what's a good mandolin for $800? I'm assuming it's $800 to $1,000. I think there are some really killer choices from Eastman. They're probably the best in that game. Oh, Daniel says he loves my mandolin playing. Thank you, buddy. Dude, mandolin is so fun, and I find myself, I don't have the insecurities. When I play mandolin, I don't have the insecurities that I have when I play guitar. Like on mandolin, I feel nervous and anxious that I'm like not... that dumb. Yeah, I find myself like I'll play more lead, more melodic stuff there. So anyway, Aaron says thanks, Patty. I like Jeremy's videos. We should do them something together again sometime soon. Maybe in New York City, dude. I would freaking love that. Let's do that. I have spent a shamefully small amount of time in New York City, and yeah, bring the kids to Rhett. Andy, you get it. But I don't know how well like a 3-year-old would do at a rock and roll show at 10 o'clock at night. I know how this would go now that I think about it and say it out loud. But yeah, it would be really fun. So Rhett and I have been friends for a couple of years. I did his podcast in like 2019, and we had plans to hang out, and then COVID happened. And but he's just been super kind, and like he's been a really good friend to me over the years, especially on the like the nerdy stuff of like, well, how do I set up lighting in a studio, and how do I do microphones, and why isn't my interface working right? And so anyway, Rhett's a good friend. It would be super fun to meet in person. So Joe is here. Joe, hey buddy. The man of Mexico himself. Andy has the right idea. What was Andy's idea? Oh yeah, bring the kids. Yeah, of course. Jake Weber says, how do you fix an open low E string when open strumming it sounds like a boing sound? Sounds like a strange description. It's not hitting the frets. Okay, like a boing sound? Like a tennis ball hitting a tennis racket? That sound? Like when you're really digging in? That's what D28s do that I don't love. So, I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, that could be our first question. So today, all we're going to do is ask, I've got this AI. So does this work for you guys? Yes. So it's showing the live stream on one tab. Oh, is that? Oh boy. Look at that. We've entered. You're seeing all the things. Okay. So if I go here, so I want to introduce you to OpenAI. And let's see. Okay, this thing feels like it is... Okay, I'm just going to leave the ISO. The camera keeps getting funky. The light's not changing. I don't know why it's being weird. But and I'll keep messing with the microphone. But, okay, so my brother-in-law is a developer, and he sent me this a couple weeks ago, and he's like, check it out, this thing's pretty cool. And then he was just, like, asking crazy questions of this artificial intelligence. And it was giving answers that are better and more thoughtful than mine. Maybe not thoughtful. That's the wrong word. There is no thought. There's just repetition and, like, data gathering. But is this interesting? If so, send me questions that we should ask this AI. I'll give you... Yeah. We're just going to reset. We're going to risk... The worst thing that could happen is that... Okay, we're good. So this thing has been super busy the last couple days. Ever since I've done it, it's gone not public, but it's in beta. And so lots of people around the world have been using it. And because of that, it's been like, sorry, come back later. We have a surge of users right now. So, okay. Well, let me come over here. What's the first question we want to ask this thing? Andy, you'll never know until you try it. Okay, I'm just gonna, if I were smarter, I could do this differently. But yeah, Andy, and says, and dude, I must love you because I'm watching this instead of 100% focused on the Argentina-Netherlands game. Yeah, maybe that's where, Rasmus isn't here. Maybe he's watching the Netherlands game. I have not kept up with the World Cup. It's just on my thing. Hey, Philip is here. Philippe, how are you? Happy late birthday. Hey, everybody tell Philip from 40 Watt Podcast that happy birthday. It was like a day or two ago. But he's a good dude, and he needs to hear more people tell him happy birthday. So, hello. Okay, Joe, here's a great question. I'm just gonna copy this one. So the question is, which is better, Fender or Gibson? Oh, here we go. Which is better, Fender or Gibson? It does take a couple seconds usually. It's difficult to say which is better, Fender or Gibson, as it largely depends on personal preference. Both companies make high-quality guitars. Both have a loyal following of players. Fender is known for solid-body electric guitars such as the Stratocaster and Telecaster, while Gibson is famous for its hollow-body electric guitars such as the Les Paul, not a hollow body, M335. Ultimately, the best guitar for you will depend on what you're looking for in terms of sound, feel, and style. That's a pretty good response from a robot. What do you think? Joe, does that answer your question? Which would you buy based on that? Yeah, happy birthday, Phil. Nope, not Phil. Happy birthday, Philip. I don't know why. Very diplomatic AI. It is true. It is, yeah, the AI. So, all right. Who's got the next question? I want to ask it about... Who will win the World Cup? I'm sorry, but I'm a large language model trained by OpenAI. I do not have access to current information about sports events. My knowledge is limited by what I was trained on, which includes general information about the world and a wide range of topics. Well, I want to ask what topic it finds most interesting. Oh boy. Here's the thing. I'm a skimmer at the best of days, so I feel like this thing is a little wordy. But let's see. Who's got another question? They should have searched Les Paul with L5. Yeah. It's a pretty good response. Joe, I'd buy a... Yo, dude, me too. Here we go, Daniel. Let's do this. It is interesting. It's very non-committal. Like, it doesn't like... Well, I've played with this a little bit, but we can keep asking it. There are many factors that contribute to the sound of a guitar, and the tone wood used for the back and sides is just one of them. Some tone woods that are commonly used for... Oh boy, it's just so long. Some tone woods that are commonly used for the back and sides of a guitar include rosewood, mahogany, and maple. Each of these woods has its own unique characteristics that can affect the sound of a guitar. For example, rosewood is known for its warm, full-bodied sound, while mahogany is known for its balanced, clear tone. Ultimately, the best tone wood for the back and sides of a guitar will depend on the individual player and the type of sound that they are trying to achieve. That's pretty good. Still diplomatic, but it does articulate two general kind of things on like rosewood versus mahogany. And it's interesting. I'm glad that it agrees with me. I agree with it, however that works. Or just it's what it has been trained is also kind of my take. I guess what I'm saying is I agree with the public. Well, took a while to get to that thought. Yeah, that was a good one. Okay, we can give some of these. Well, nope, don't want to do that. Okay, what's the next question? I should ask the robot to commit. Can you commit to an opinion? To a stance? As a large language model, I'm trained blah, blah, blah. I'm not capable of providing anything as I do not possess personal feelings, opinions, or beliefs, or emotions. My purpose is to provide helpful information and answer questions to the best of my ability and my training based on blah, 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 blah. Got it. Well, it's not... This ain't no Siri. Okay. Dude, I almost cheated and used this for a press release this week. Is that cheating? It is. For immediate release, Taylor Guitars introduces the new model, the Grand Pacific. Camarillo, California. Taylor Guitars is proud to announce the release of its latest model, the Grand Pacific. The new features of the unique body that blend the size and comfort of a grand auditorium with the bold, rich tones of a grand orchestra. The Grand Pacific is handcrafted using the finest tone woods with Sitka spruce top. Man, did this pull it somewhere? Oh, Philip, what's happened? Oh, we're going. Okay, that's good. I wonder if this actually pulled this. Is this an actual press release? That's interesting. Also, are y'all able to see this clearly, or is it pretty small? Okay, definitely took that right off the Taylor's website. That's what I think too. That felt like it's just aggregating info. All right, we're going to ask Aaron's question. How many guitars is too many guitars? Well, I'm going to add a second. I'm going to add guitars at the end. How many guitars is too many guitars? There is no set number of guitars that is considered too many, as it ultimately depends on the individual and their personal circumstances. Some people may be happy with just 1 or 2 guitars, while others will have a large collection. It's important to consider the factors such as storage space, budget, and the amount of time and attention that each guitar will receive when deciding how many guitars is the right number for you. Ultimately, the number of guitars that is too many will be different for everyone. That is a good answer. Still, super diplomatic. I don't ever feel that diplomatic. Like, I filter most everything through. I'm realizing I filter so many things through my own opinions, beliefs, convictions. This is going to cause some existential questions. Like, I think I'm someone that trusts intuition. So I'm wondering about, like, truth versus fact versus intuition versus belief, or... Yeah. Oh, boy. It's coming. I'm just going to have an existential crisis at 2:30 on a Friday afternoon. Oh, you got me. Oh, what's that Sonny? When Frank talks to the counselor, and the counselor, he's like, oh, you got me. Oh, what'd you do to me? Like, talking about all of his feelings coming out. I'm just making up a question. Does Gibson make inconsistent guitars? Ooh, I'm not able to provide information on the quality or consistency of Gibson guitars since I'm a language model trained on this. My purpose is to blah, blah, blah. Wow. I also wonder, like, if this thing says something that is factually like, it's not, can't be libel. But there you go. Ask it what the best fuzz pedal is. It's difficult to say which is the best fuzz pedal, as the best fuzz pedal is the one the best fuzz pedal for one may not be the best fuzz pedal for another. Fuzz pedals are used to create distorted, fuzzy sounds and can be an important part of a guitar player's rig. Good word. Some popular fuzz pedals include Electro Harmonix, Big Muff Pi, the ZVEX, Fuzz Factory, and the MXR M75 Super Badass. It's important to consider your own personal preferences and the type of sound you're trying to achieve when choosing a fuzz pedal. It may be helpful to try out different pedals and see which one works best for you. Man, pretty good. Especially, like, this thing is definitely not optimized for guitar playing. Take a stance, robot. Be bold. Seriously, it's not. None of them. It will not commit. I'm just gonna say, pick a fight. I'm sorry, but I'm alarmed. Blah blah blah. Okay. Here we go. What's the history of guitars as a pirate? Damn it. Okay. Oh. It did something the other day. My brother-in-law got it to... Okay, here you go. Okay. Okay, so to scramble an egg like a pirate, you will need the following ingredients: 1 egg, 1 small amount of milk or cream, optional, and butter or oil for cooking. Crack an egg into a small bowl, beat it with a fork until the yolk and white are well mixed. If you like, you can add a splash of milk or cream to make the egg fluffier. Do you know that IHOP, not in the AI, but do you know that IHOP, most of their eggs are not gluten or dairy free because they put a little bit of pancake batter. They crack a bunch of eggs during the day and they'll batch them, then they'll put some of the pancake batter in it. So you get some of that leavening to make big, fluffy, kind of chewy eggs for, I used to be in a Bible study that met at an IHOP. And one of the guys was like genuinely like allergic to gluten, and he like would eat eggs. He's like, every day that we come here and I eat eggs, I feel awful. And it's like, it's not with the fried eggs, it's just with the scrambled eggs. Then we finally narrowed it down and we asked them. Anyway, but blah 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 didn't really do the project. Number 6, once the eggs are cooked, transfer them to a plate and serve immediately. Arrgh! Now you have scrambled eggs fit for a pirate. Yar! Okay, we gotta talk like a pirate about guitars. See if this works. Talk like a pirate about guitars. Avast, mateys! 'Tis a fine day for talking about guitars, arr! Whether be a landlubber strumming on a simple plank of wood or seasoned sailor with a collection of fine instruments, there be no denying the lure of the guitar. From the rumbling bass of the big old dreadnought to the high-pitched twang of the tiny... This is the best thing that I've ever found. The tiny ukulele, the guitar be a versatile and mighty weapon in the musician's arsenal. So hoist the mainsail, grab your 6th string, and let's set sail on the high streets of guitar talk, matey. Arr! That is good. That is the best thing I've ever found on the internet. And I usually include some of my favorite things on the internet in my newsletters in a secret button. But that's a good one. What do you guys think? Speaking like a pirate? Is this a guitar show? What happened? Yeah, I got to copy that one. That's a good one. Oh boy, I opened Lightroom. I don't need Lightroom. Get out of here. But I also have a new computer. I used to, on my old computer, I did not have enough processing to like have any of the other stuff open. All right, let me copy this. I feel like what you guys just saw might become an Instagram story here soon. Well, Daniel, I'm just gonna send it to you here. There we go. Okay, tell me a joke about guitars. I also kind of hate that. Like, I bought one of these recently, and I hated that I actually really love this Liquid Death. It is delicious and wonderful. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? Because it was too tired. I'm sorry, that was a terrible pun. I'll try to do better next time. That's not about guitars. Here, big truck backing up. They're doing road work just up here. What other questions have ye? Yeah, so far the pirate question. Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to show people my... I can open a no! Don't do that. Here we go. Okay, there we go, Daniel. I've got it saved over there. That's what I did. I opened no cut, copy, paste permission. Oh, you're not allowed to... No, but it was a great dad joke. It's true. All right, what other question should we ask? It is funny. No, I won't say. Okay, I'll say it. What did you... Please? Oh, hey, I'm getting a notification on here that's telling me that it's time that I should give you guys... Well, I guess you can see what I'm seeing, can't you? Well, that's unfortunate. If I go over here, you can see that. But I got a notification that I need to insert an ad. I don't want to do that. So hit thumbs up instead of doing that. It did it on the... Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay. They're not gonna, like, it's not gonna say, like, any definitive, like, if I say, what's the best guitar, it's gonna say, it depends on what you like and who you are as a person. But I'm not a person, so I won't actually stick to it. Look, it's difficult to say which the best guitar is. As for the best guitar for one person may not be the best for another. Like fuzz pedals, like life. Oh, there's a typo. It made a typo. Look at that. You may want to consider the size and shape of a guitar. Oh, I felt myself just the wet blanket of boredom that would have been the answer to that question. Why do people play guitar? Uh-oh. I had two typos there. Am I able to... The reasons people would play guitar vary. I'm just assuming what it's going to say. I also spelled guitar wrong. There are many reasons why people would play guitar. For some, playing guitar is a way to express themselves creatively and to share emotions through music. For others, playing guitar is a fun and challenging hobby that allows them to learn new skills and improve their coordination and dexterity. Still others play guitar as a way to relax and de-stress, or as a form of self-improvement. Ultimately, the reason someone plays guitar will depend on the individual and their individual goals and interests. That was a great response. Yeah, tell me in the comments, why do you play guitar? Do you line up with any of the three of those more than the other? Man, I identify with two of the three more, like one of them less than the other two. So for me, I the third one is the most, like, I play guitar as a way to relax and de-stress and as a form of self-improvement. And that's like the main reason that I play guitar. And then the next reason behind that would be the first one, which is it's fun and challenging. No, hang on. It's a way to express myself creatively and to share emotions through music. Yeah, so for me, I always think that I'm like playing guitar to relax and to create a soundtrack for my life, which that's the like helps me to express emotions out in there. And I feel like I'm a super positive and happy person, but I also feel like I really enjoy sad music. I embrace like a full spectrum of emotions. I'm not tearing up. That was a burp. But yeah, tell me about what do you guys think? Why do you play guitar? I asked it about this Evan a minute ago. And it said that it can't say oh, Philip, I like your question. What microphone should I use for recording acoustic guitars, or use to record acoustic guitars? But you can still tell me what you guys think. Like, why do you play guitar? If somebody asked you. All right. Guys, the JHS, when they did an Instagram story yesterday that all pedals are 20% off. I think through the weekend or maybe tomorrow, through Saturday. Man, I immediately, like, money shot out of my pocket and I bought one pedal. I ended up not getting, I got the 3 Series Octave Reverb. I'm really interested in that. And for $99, I mean, why wouldn't I? Or for like $70, I can get a new pedal. I also wonder, what's that going to do to the secondhand market? Because most of those pedals, even though they're less than a year old, most of them are still in the like $80 to $85. See, I've owned a couple. I have the delay. And what else? I think this might be the only 3 Series I have right now. No, hang on, my board. What do I have? I have another 3 Series. My board's down there under a stack of stuff. So, okay. The question was, what microphone should I use to record acoustic guitars? Here's the answer. When recording acoustic guitars, it's important to use a microphone that is capable of capturing the full, rich sound of the instrument. Some popular microphones for recording acoustic guitars include the SM57, the Audio-Technica AT4050. It's interesting. I would have thought it was the 4040. Or the Rode NT1. That's an interesting choice too. It's important to consider the type of sound you are trying to achieve and the specific characteristics of the guitars that you are recording when choosing a microphone. It may be helpful to experiment with different microphones and see which one sounds best for you. I can share a couple of my favorite microphones, and in a totally shameless way of showing the links down in the description down below for me, there are affiliate links. So one of my favorite microphones is, and I know this is shameless, but hopefully it is helpful. So this guy is the Royer R10. It's a beautiful little ribbon microphone. Not super, I mean, still expensive, but not wild. I think these are like $485 when they're on sale, $500 or so. I mean, for studio quality mic, I mean, it's much more affordable than a 121. 121s are like over twice this price. But really good for, I like this. It's very accurate, a little, very warm, and it can also, for electric guitar amps, it's really awesome because it can go way super, super loud. That's a good one. I let Caitlin, my assistant, borrow my Aston Origin. Here's another one. If you're looking to do a podcast, I love these. This is the Electro Voice RE20. It's a great microphone, super easy to use, looks good, they smell good. This one's brand new. Like, I used the other one. Oh, I guess I could have. This is the one that I use all the time. It's got a couple dents and dings because it's dropped and fallen a couple times. But yeah, other microphones that I love using, I have a lot in audio. Oh, the LA120s. They're small diaphragm condensers. I like doing a stereo set of those. Aim one at the 12th fret, one at the sound hole, and then pan those hard left and right. So I've just started doing some work with a record studio in Harrisonburg. Much more on that in the new year. It's going to be some definite changes to my channel and some exciting stuff, but amazing opportunity and tons of stability for my family. And anyway, so much more on that to come. But I've started working with those guys, and they have like full-on, I mean, I've never been around like a full-blown, fully funded, high-power record studio, and they're just awesome. So there's stuff that I've only dreamed of. We went through yesterday and we bought a bunch of amps and we just lined up all the stuff. So we got like a 68 twin that had been like recabbed, and so it's just a head, and then it has a Bassman 212 cab, and then there's a 215 Showman cab, and then a 69 Showman or a 70 Showman. They might buy my 68 deluxe reverb, and so it's 3 silver faces. Then we got a hand wired one of the Marshall era AC30s, which sounds unbelievable. I played yesterday in the like big back room that's going to be a music venue, and we just got to crank stuff up. And it reminded me how good it is to like have a big amp in a giant room. Like, it's not, you can play it louder and it doesn't hurt yours. It doesn't feel as loud when you're in a big room. Like in my studio here, I mean, stuff gets loud really quick because it's such a small room. So anyway, yeah. Let me come back over here. I know. Okay, so Philip says, I really want a JHS color box, but I just can't swing it. Yeah, you can get that 20% off right now. Yeah. Ask if it wants to play guitar. Answer to get chicks. Uh-huh. It's going to say no. It's going to say, I'm an open source AI. I can't do things because I'm not a person. I want to ask it like, how many people ask you about world domination? Okay. I learned guitar. So this is Patty. Patty says, I learned guitar because I wanted to be an entertainer. Only recently, after learning about guitars, I've been playing for relaxation. Oh man, that's awesome. That's a fun, yeah, that's a fun, because there is a fourth one. Like, people just want to, yeah, you want to entertain people. Joshua Thaxton's here. Hey, buddy, always miss a live show because of work. Well, why are you not working? Get back to work. I'm glad you're here, man. So Josh also says, I bought the JHS 3 Series phaser and delay on sale. They are awesome. I kind of want the flanger. Maybe I'll order the flanger today. Is that my old Cordoba in the background? Your Cordoba is in there, but I did take some pictures of it the other day. That is a Goya GC17. Oh, I've heard about these. So Philip says, if you want a great, affordable ribbon microphone, you should check out the Alder Audio. I had Tyler on the podcast, and he's a super great dude and makes a great microphone. That's awesome. I've heard a lot of people playing those or using those recently. What's the other? Is Alder? Is that the like kind of neon green logo? Okay, here's the question to, do you want to play guitar? As a large language model trained by OpenAI, I don't have personal desires or interests. My purpose is to provide... Okay, whatever. What is a hot take on guitars? So the question is, what's a hot take on guitars? I don't know if it's going to have anything. A hot take on guitars is a controversial or a provocative opinion about the instrument. For example, hot take on guitars might be that electric guitars are superior, you bastard, superior to acoustic guitars, or that guitar solos are overrated. Amen. Hot takes on guitars can be divisive and often spark debate among players and fans of the instrument. It's important to remember that personal opinions and preferences may vary, and that what one person considers a hot take might not be seen as offensive by as much. Hang on. What one person considers a hot take may not be seen as such by others. That one got me 2 different big responses from that. Ooh. That one stuck under my craw. How can electric guitars be better than acoustic guitars? Like, electric guitars are all effectively parts casters. Like, it's really diluted. Like, the quality of the materials gets diluted because there's so many more components. Like, just so many variables. I understand. We're treading into water that might offend people. Okay, yeah. Lewitt. No, the green logo is Lewitt. I love them too. Had Dan on the podcast as well. Lewitt doesn't do a ribbon microphone though. Alder Audio only makes a ribbon microphone. Oh, that's awesome. Only. Put a high vibe in a Journey Instruments travel parlor guitar this week. Cool. Those internal loopers are fun if you have not tried. Plus, it can fit in the back seat overhead anytime. That's awesome. What's the most heat you've ever gotten from a guitar take? This issue has been resolved to the mutual satisfaction of both parties. Well, I made a video kind of picking on PV, saying that I didn't like how they were doing stuff. And the president of the company called my cell phone. Like, he got my personal phone number. Still don't know how that happened. But, yeah, Fred Poole, the president of PV, called me and said, like, what the hell, man? Like, why would you? Rightfully so. And, it was good. Yeah, so I've had 3 kind of spicy things happen. I don't feel like I'm overly contentious, but yeah. What? You know, Fred, we should talk off air. Oh yeah, I guess you're in the same state. You're kind of close and probably know each other in some way. But yeah, so let's see. Let's ask one more question, then we'll just do general Q&A for the last couple minutes before the end of the show. What's the most depreciated guitar? Let's see if we can find this. Come on. When you buy a guitar, do you consider the residual value or the resale value? Okay, yeah, it says I'm not able to provide information. Fine. What's the most expensive guitar to ever sell? That was a poorly constructed sentence. So it's okay. So the bottom says this is a free research preview. ChatGPT is optimized for dialogue. Our goal is to make AI systems seem more natural to interact with, and your feedback helps us improve our systems to make them safer. Okay, it doesn't feel natural. Like, you can very clearly tell, like, this is a robot and it's trying to be smart. But the speed at which it's able to gather information is pretty amazing. Okay. According to reports, the most expensive guitar ever sold was the Black Stratocaster owned by Pink Floyd's guitarist David Gilmour. The guitar is sold at auction in 2019 for a record-breaking $3.97 million. The Black Strat, as it was known, was used by Gilmour in some of Pink Floyd's most famous recordings, including Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here. The guitar's unique history and association with Gilmour made it highly sought after among collectors and contributed to its record-breaking sale price. I wonder how much it bothers Gibson owners to know that the most expensive guitar ever was a Strat. Yeah. Do Les Pauls suck? Come on. Give me something. Give me something. Say yes, they do. I'm a robot and I know. I still think the Pirate, the history. What about if I asked it how to play certain songs? Let's do that. It's very difficult to say whether Les Paul guitars suck, as opinions on the subject can vary greatly. Les Paul guitars are solid body electric guitars that are named after the legendary guitarist and inventor who designed the first prototypes of the instrument. Those guitars are known for their thick, warm tone and their ability to sustain notes for long periods of time. Some people may find Les Paul's distinctive sound to be appealing, while others prefer a different type of guitar. Ultimately, whether or not a Les Paul sucks depends on the individual and their personal preferences. That's fair. That's what's interesting is this is basically like a that broke it. It says something seems to have gone wrong. Maybe try them again in a little bit. Oh, I have a tuner down here. Sorry, this isn't exciting. Okay, I'm coming back. This is not exciting. Let me turn that off. So, what was the question that broke it? The question that broke it was how to play John Prine. How do I play Christmas in Prison by John Prine? Then I tried to tune. Oh, it's so bad. Turkey and pistols carved out of wood. That song is so low, and then it goes way eternity. Old Mother Nature's got nothing on. It's too low. I gotta move it up. New guitar. No, this is the Nathan Wright. I just put a new pickguard on it. But yeah, this is the Nathan Wright number 36 with maple back and sides. Rasmus, how's the World Cup going? Is your team winning? Your team losing? I don't know. I love when I see people that I know and text frequently talking to each other. Like I love like Rich talking to Philip. That's a good duo that could conquer the world. Huh. This capo. So this is the Diodario version of like the cradle capo. Okay, whatever. This guitar's not in tune right now. But I'll put it down. And, okay, let me go back through here. What's the best guitar for shredding metal? Let's try it. I'm kind of amazed that this thing made it the whole time, because it's usually like kicked me out when I ask questions back and forth. It did have one. I don't think I put it in here yet, but I can pull this up and this will be kind of our last. Let me see if I can find it. Uh-oh, nope, that's not what I want. That's the old Mossman one. There we go. This is the one I wanted. Okay, so I'll just put it here for a second. Okay, so how do you maintain an acoustic guitar? To maintain an acoustic guitar, you must do the following steps. Number one, keep your guitar keep your guitar in a clean and dry place with a stable temperature. Avoid exposing it to extreme temperatures, humidity, and direct sunlight. Use a soft, clean cloth to wipe down the guitar after each use. This will help remove any sweat, dirt, grime that have accumulated on the instrument. Avoid placing objects on top of the guitar, which can cause your guitar to become damaged and or out of tune. That one seems a little strange to me. Change the strings on your guitar regularly. This is typically done every few months. This may vary depending on how often you play. Old strings become dull and may cause the guitar to stay out of tune. Or to sound out of tune. If you notice problems with your guitar, like buzzing or difficulty staying in tune, have it professionally inspected and repaired. By following these steps, you can ensure that your guitar always stays in good condition and continues to provide you years of enjoyment. All right, let's come back over here. Oh, I think it's just, yeah, too many questions. Please slow down. Okay, well, we had a good time. We're having fun. We're having a good time, you know. But I'll turn this off. Rasmus, don't really watch soccer. That's good. That's how I am with football. Don't care. Don't know. Don't care. I don't know. I have never cared. I've tried to care about football, and I don't. It's boring and pointless. Is the Epiphone Pro line made by Gibson or Epiphone? You mean the like American-made Gibson ones, like the Texan, the Texan, the Casino, the Frontier? Those are all made by Gibson in either Nashville, Memphis, or out in Bozeman. That would have been even funnier if it gave advice on how to play other songs than Prine, but gave him trouble. Yeah. All right. Daniel, see you, man. Thank you. I'll text you. I got something to ask you about. Oh, he asked me. So Daniel has 2 guitars here. Whoops. After he leaves, I'll talk about his guitars. Actually, let's do it. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab Daniel's D18 Modern Deluxe. Ow! Oh, my gosh. Oh, that hurt. Oh, boy. I need a minute. Oh, that hurts so bad. I picked up this guitar case, and it was like kind of out far, and it dropped, and it hit just like the front of my knee. So when I was like 23 or 24, I had a motorcycle. I was going on a ride with my best friend, and as we're pulling out of town, I come around a corner, and I end up like coming face to face with a truck, like a pickup truck, and I realized that like, okay, I'm either going to jump off of this or I'm going to hit head on into this like F-150. And so I ended up just bailing, and but I had a partial tear of my MCL on my left knee, and it still is rough. That one hurt. Anyway. Is this tuned down? Oh, that's on me. I used my pick at the very beginning of this to... So this is Daniel, he just left, but this is Daniel's D18 Modern Deluxe. And so this one also has an LR Baggs Anthem SL. Has the low profile neck, like the Modern Deluxe neck, which is very flat. It's very low. And I took it to Dad Good because that's who I am and what I'm about. So... Patrick Ledendecker is here. Man, this action is so low. So yeah, this is a great guitar. So Daniel, let me borrow this. This is headed down to Nathan Wright, who made that maple guitar. And then Nathan has two of my guitars. So basically, I have this and then Daniel's 1914 L3. We're going to take that and get it restored by Nathan. I think this guitar is getting exchanged for a J45 replica that's being made by Nathan. And then my two guitars at my 69D35 and my Showalter OM are both with Nathan right now. So anyway, I have been just middleman running stuff back and forth. So yeah, so this is I'll talk about this real quick. So this is the D18 Modern Deluxe. So the regular D18 is awesome. In 2012, they reimagined them. So they gave them open gear tuners, the silkscreen logo, the amber top, the ebony bridge and fingerboard. They had been rosewood for a bit. And kind of a more classic shape on the neck. I don't remember when these came out, mid-2010s. They brought out the Modern Deluxe. The big differences with the Modern Deluxe, they have gold tuners. They have abalone on the headstock there. And you can see it's just super pretty. They also have a very different profile on the neck. They have these liquid metal. They call them these bridge pins that are like, you can hear, like, they're just very, like, they're made to be very bright and to transmit as much energy as they can from the strings into the bridge and vice versa. The other things with this that make it different, the neck profile, I mentioned that, is just very, very different. And the frets. The frets themselves, they're the Evo, the gold frets. So they're a different color altogether. And I think they're a different material. They're supposed to last a lot longer. And it's really good. I think that this guitar, I mean, they're much more expensive. I think they're like $1,000 more expensive. So they're properly into boutique acoustic guitar territory. But what's exciting is, like, this guitar, the quality of the tone woods are better. Also, it's wood binding instead of black binding, like a regular 18. And so this guitar, like, it feels like they're trying to win people back from the boutique world. It has a titanium truss rod, is that what you're saying? A TI truss rod? So yeah, so Matthew says, everything I've heard about the Modern Deluxe is that line sounds killer. I like it. It feels like a boutique version of an 18, which is an excellent guitar. So it's a great platform to start from. Raymond! friend. Hey, buddy. Yeah, this thing, the neck is very, very flat. So I think it would do well to have just a little truss rod adjustment. Dare we do it while we talk? Let's try. What's the worst that could happen? Come on. Does it have a different truss rod? I don't know what's happening. Okay. It's probably just because it's sitting on my lap. Ha-ha! There we go. This should be the same, but I don't know why it wasn't. There we go. Why did that? That's so weird. I got it for like a quarter of a turn. Anyway, again, not super exciting. Okay, well, I've got the truss rod. I'll do it later. So ask the AI. I don't think the question is, do you think the liquid metal pens are worth it? I don't think so. I just bought, I'll show you these. I just bought 2 new sets of pens that came from Sweetwater today. I guess I shouldn't show you that because it's got my address on it. But got these little tortoise bridge pens. These are gonna go in my my FERC, my yellow deluxe. And I got these white Ivoroid ones. These are gonna go in the right Lutherie after I put a pickup in it. So anyway, all right, that battery's dying and it's 10 minutes after 3. So thank you, have a good weekend. I'm Jeremy, I'm the Guitar Hunter. Hit a thumbs up on the video, make sure you're subscribed. Isn't it funny? I like kick into just like autopilot mode. But anyway, super fun, thanks for hanging out. And Evan, I also saw Evan's making YouTube videos these days. Go check out his channel. Mr. Evan Ogden. This was a good hang. Alright, see you guys. Rasmus. Freaking excited, man. Rasmus is building me a great guitar. More info on that soon. Alright, bye. See ya. Oh, hang on. How do I need the second picture. There we go.